What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to Florida Wrestling Smarks, episode 11. Yes, I think it's been 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks, maybe just a week, since we've done this episode, and since we've done this show, this podcast, the series, whatever you want to call it. I'm here today with two of very familiar faces, more faces to come. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. To start with you, Kyra.
What's up? Nothing much. Just ready to get started.
Let's go to you, Steve. How you doing, Steve?
Doing well. Welcome to follow me on Twitter, WB_podcast.
All right, fellas. So there's nothing much that really went on. I want to actually talk about the shakeup. I just want to know who you guys think won this shakeup. Personally, I got SmackDown taking the dub on this one. I talked about it earlier outside of the podcast. SmackDown obviously got the dub on this one. At first, I thought, damn, Raw is getting everybody. They're getting stacked. And then, you look at it now that SmackDown's, the shakeup's over. Really, to me, it looks like Raw got this. Raw easily got this. What do you guys think? Who do you think won this one and why?
Well, I do think SmackDown got more talent, but I feel the one reason why I'm scared for it is even though they have the more talent right now, they still have Road Dogg writing for creative. And Ultra Central brought this up in the video yesterday. No matter how good SmackDown looks, I'm not trusting Road Dogg no matter what. So, but I do think SmackDown got the better end of the deal. And as I told you at school, I thought SmackDown automatically won when Raw got Jinder Mahal. But I think SmackDown for now, but it all depends on how everything works out.
You think they're gonna get rid of Road Dogg, bro?
No. I tell you what, if the shakeup involved creative writers and Road Dogg went to Raw, then I say they won. Or Ryan Ward came back, I say SmackDown won. But as long as Road Dogg's the head of creative, I don't know how good the show is going to be. And even though they got Miz, Joe, in my opinion, the two best targets, and WWE not named John Cena or Paul Heyman, they have Andrade Cien Almas, they have Sanity minus Nikki Cross. I still think, I think SmackDown did probably get a better deal, but I just don't trust Road Dogg's creative writing.
You think maybe you think maybe the wrestlers gonna do the talking for themselves, the creative team for themselves. Like maybe they're gonna have like these probably BS matches, but then the matches would be so unexpectedly good. Maybe it will save Road Dogg. Who knows? What about you, Steve? Like, what's up? What are you thinking? What do you think won this?
I think SmackDown won. I see with Raw pillaging the SmackDown roster, kind of picking the scab or the fat of SmackDown Live. I did like Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal being over on Raw. I think it's going to help them for their careers moving forward. And it kind of says something again when I speak of Mahal. Mahal now going to the quote-unquote A show, going to the flagship show on Monday Night Raw. I think that is going to help him out moving forward. But I think SmackDown Live, in the talent that they got, and in the future storylines that we could get with said superstars that are now part of the roster, I mean, I'm really looking forward to Andrade Cien Almas the most, even over The Miz being on SmackDown Live. I know a lot of people are pumped for Miz, Daniel Bryan, and that storyline and that match leading up to whatever match they're going to have at a pay-per-view moving forward. But for me, Andrade Cien Almas and how he was as NXT champion and his time in NXT, I think he really has a lot to offer, especially the casual fans that may not know him from NXT, will really, hopefully, I mean, their own opinion, but hopefully they'll grow to like him like I slowly grew to like him when I did watch him in NXT and his potential. Now showing that to a wider audience, more of the WWE universe, and that only will improve his stature and his place on that roster. So I do see big things for Cien Almas.
The thing in regards to the shakeup that I like too is the fact that, with the shakeup, there's people moving and going to different brands. And, I think you could agree with me, Steve. And I think if he gets on here, he could agree with me. Now we finally have an opportunity for Jinder Mahal to get the Universal title shot. Honestly,
Mark. This is no joke towards my dislike towards Jinder Mahal. Stop being delusional. Okay, Brock Lesnar is Universal Champion. They're gonna give the Roman Reigns the greatest Royal Rumble. Stop. Okay, you only make yourself sound stupid, bro. You know as well as I do that Brock's that they wouldn't dare have him go over Brock, and they're not gonna have him go over Roman. So don't act like that, Mark. You're smarter than that.
Hey, it doesn't mean that Jinder Mahal's gonna be winning the championship from Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. He's saying simply that Jinder Mahal could at one point win. Remember the 3 Dolph Ziggler to that mix, and you have that as a stable there on the Raw brand. A better 3MB than the crap that 3MB was back then. But now 3 stronger, have more clout superstars in WWE now on the Raw roster together. I think for Jinder Mahal, and I agree with Rambo here, Mahal to be WWE Universal Champion I'm not automatically saying it's going to be Brock or Roman, but down the line, I do certainly see that happening.
I'm not saying it's against Brock or Roman, because I definitely, for a fact, am not saying he's going to beat Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. If he beats Brock Lesnar, I will probably have to.
I will quit. I'm gonna quit the Wrestling Ramble and for the Wrestling Smarks, and then I'm just gonna leave YouTube for about a month if that happens.
Oh no!
I may have to take a break because I just would be in complete shock. I wouldn't even fathom how it. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, this is a stupid idea, because you know where I'm at with Jinder Mahal, but I would just be like, wow, if that really happened, I would be shocked.
Mark, here's why it's a stupid idea. That would mean that Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles didn't beat Brock Lesnar, but Jinder Mahal did. Now, just how does that sound coming out of my mouth? How does that sound? It sounds terrible.
Sounds crazy, but I'm not doubting it. I'm not doubting it. What? Who scored? Cleveland?
Jeff Green got a good steal, launched to LeBron for a touchdown pass layup. Cleveland's up 15 points with 125 left in the half.
In a half? Jeez.
Wow.
But yeah. I don't. I agree with you in that. Like Jinder Mahal, bro. Jinder Mahal, he's that guy. You know how I stand with him. But there's absolutely no freaking way they're gonna let Jinder Mahal. This is just fantasy dreaming. This is nowhere to be even in existence, because I know this will never happen. But this is just some stuff you could only talk about. There's no possible way we could see a Brock Lesnar Jinder Mahal match. That's one. Speaking from the mind and brains possibly of Kyron, that's not a smart business move, quote unquote. And two, it just wouldn't draw anything, man. I don't know, bro. And in regards to what you said, Steve, bro, when it came to SmackDown and the Superstar Shakeup, I agree with you 100%. Andreas Cien Almas, dope. He's just dope, man. I love watching him, bro.
Yeah.
And to see what he has in store, I hope we what Kyron said in regards to Noe Jose when I was talking to him a couple days ago. I hope he's not the Titus catering level.
Here's the thing about, I'll tell you, Andrade. I remember when he first came to NXT, no one liked him. They thought he was getting go away heat. They paired him up with Zelina Vega, and he instantly became one of the best wrestlers. It really showed how good of a wrestler he was as a heel. And I think pairing up with Zelina really saved his career. Because I honestly was saying, I think he's gonna probably get released. He's a failure in NXT. They pair him up with Zelina. He has the first 5-star match with Gargano that WWE's given, that Meltzer gave 5 stars in WWE in 6 years. I'm sorry, 7 years. So the guys came far for me from someone I did not care about to one of my favorite guys in the NXT. Granted, he was not touching Gargano or Black, but that's improvement. The way you guys look at Jinder Mahal, that's how I look at Andrade Cien Almas.
What? Then what did you not see about Jinder Mahal then?
I'm not going to go through this for the billionth time. If you don't know by now,
dude,
I told you this a bit.
Dude, come on, bro. Dude, really.
I'm tired of going through this with you. I tell you this at lunch. I told you this on the Wrestling Ramble almost every week. I tell you over here, you know why I don't like Jinder Mahal. And I'm not going to stress it again. If you really don't know why I don't like Jinder Mahal, Mark, then how are you and I friends?
Come on, man. If you could see, Andrade Cien Almas is literally the exact same. If you want to talk about comeback, the exact same.
Mark, the only thing those two have in common, they went from jobbers to world champions. That's the only thing they have in common.
Exactly.
The only
so
thing
you like Jinder?
Because Andrade has talent, something Jinder ain't got.
Steve, you are more than welcome to chime in if you feel like there's anything that you want to say in regards to this issue. You're more than welcome to chime in. So you're saying Jinder Mahal doesn't have talent, bro?
No, he doesn't.
Well, if he didn't have talent, then WWE would not have made him WWE champion. If you come back down and say that Mahal would be WWE champion because of India, he still had it for more than the simple of the 2 months that you thought he would have it. And I think Jinder Mahal and Cien Almas' story is certainly of equal path of even what you even said and agreed with, that the one thing they do have in common, the one thing that you said that you do agree with us that is in common, is that they went from jobbers to champions. That's the number one main thing, bro. That's the number one thing that those two have in common, which above anything else and all other things that I could say that have those two paired in common, which would show and should show that Cien Almas and Jinder Mahal being equal and their paths being the same. And if that's the case, then Cien Almas has a bright future ahead of him.
You say, oh, they put the world title on. That means he has talent. I just have 2 words for you. No, I'm sorry, 3. The Great Khali. And I don't need anything to bet. I don't need to say anything else. They put the world title on the Great Khali.
The Great Khali couldn't even walk, bro.
My point exactly. So that automatically puts down Steve's narrative saying, oh, he must have had some type of talent. He was world champion. Don't even put a world title on anybody they have to, regardless of how much talent you really do have. And you guys know that.
There were a lot of talented people, bro, that did not get title shots.
I'm just saying. And like I said before, if WWE had started off giving Jinder the U.S. title and built him up with the Singh brothers and then gave him the world title, I might have been able to buy a little bit better. But they forced and rushed him into it when he was not ready. That's my biggest problem. And I do feel a little sorry for him because he wasn't ready for that position. But you know, I'm gonna criticize you regardless of who you are.
Yeah,
I've never changed I've never changed up my personality when it comes to reviewing. I never will. If I can say AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura had a bad match at Wrestlemania, then I can criticize anything.
Well, no. That match, so many factors played a role in that, bro. So many. For one, it was late as hell. It was like 11, 12 o'clock, and that match was going on. It was so the pay-per-view overall was like delayed by like an hour and a half, maybe 30 minutes or so. That's 1. 2, the match was so late. 3, the crowd wasn't into it. It was so much that you could say that was a problem in regards to that match. You can't even blame. Don't get me wrong, though. They could have done a lot more. Like I mentioned it, they could have done a lot more. Don't get me wrong. But you can't be like, yeah, that match is bad. Like, there's so much that played a role in it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So much. But, however,
yeah,
I'm expecting a part 2 of that match.
I am too. It's supposed to happen at the Greatest Royal Rumble. I still barely care about that show. But it's supposed to be happening at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, see, I started off with barely caring about that show when it was first announced. You know, that was just going to be some special event, and then when they decided to have it on the WWE Network, having all these title matches, pretty much being Night of Champions, you know, with a different title to it, being Greatest Royal Rumble, but still in that kind of way, got me more and more interested, and I do plan to watch it and see it and review it. But I am more interested and more excited for this event on Friday afternoon. You know, lunchtime to be watching this event there in Saudi Arabia. So I think I can deliver, and I do think we're going to have some title changes. Beyond the most people are thinking with the Universal strap, I think some other titles may be changing hands. We also have the Raw Tag Team titles that are vacant right now, so technically those are automatically going to have a new champion. But I do see other titles changing hands, and the Rumble match itself, you know, greatest ever, biggest ever. That always intrigues me because you guys know how I like those type of matches, anyways.
Yeah. You know, in regards to the Greatest Royal Rumble, to me it seems like it's bound to be better than Mania. Like, I mean, I don't know. It just I get these kind of vibes. It's like, dang, like maybe this pay-per-view might be better than Mania. Like that, I mean, that's kind of sad if you think about it. You know, Mania is supposed to be like the grandest stage of them all, like the quote unquote showcase of the immortals, and then you have a pay-per-view right after that that's probably gonna blow away its expectations. I mean,
Mark,
we got what's up?
you do realize their developmental territory blew them out of the water the night before, right?
Oh yeah, I already knew that. But the thing is, I knew I was expecting a good takeover. I'm getting to the point where it's like I'm not having these lofty expectations for takeover, but at the same time, I'm not expecting it to disappoint.
Yep.
With WrestleMania, however, you kind of don't know what to expect. That's just the main roster, period. Like at one point, it could be really dope, and the next, it's complete BS. So who knows? But it's WrestleMania, bro. It has to be good. And then for Mania, to me, it was okay. So that's how I'm like, this greatest Royal Rumble probably is gonna be better than WrestleMania. I don't know if you guys agree, disagree. I just got this vibe that it's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be way better. But anyway, let's get on to something different. What happened? Raw. It was what was it? The Bobby Lashley. This is what I wanted to mention, and I was reading this up. I was bringing this stuff up, and I was watching a lot of YouTube clips and stuff. They're already saying, and I'm thinking maybe this is just a fluke. It's only been 2 weeks. Bobby Lashley, they're saying it's already just failed in regards to like his return, his his future in regards to WWE. I don't know what you guys think about it. I think it's kind of factual. They're saying, that he's not being used right and this and that. Would you guys agree upon that, saying it's only been 2 weeks?
I don't think it's fair to say someone's a failure after only 2 weeks, especially when they haven't really
That's what I was saying.
they haven't given a chance to do anything. But I honestly don't care either way. I mean, I know I've heard Bobby Lashley improved in TNA, but I don't watch TNA. So as far as I know, he's still a bland guy who wasn't dead when he first was dead. Now I know that you can say, well, I know it's not completely fair, but if I haven't watched, it's the same people who think Shinsuke Nakamura sucks because they didn't watch NXT or New Japan. I don't watch TNA, so I don't know how good Bobby Lashley improved in. Now, if he proved me wrong, I want him to. I don't want to see him fail, but after 2 weeks, that's not fair. Doesn't even give him a chance to really have a real one-on-one match yet.
And that's what I was thinking. All the other matches was a squash match with Elias, and it was a triple threat match.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, you need more of a sample size to then gun a review or a strong opinion on a return. Like to already say that it's failed in only 2 weeks, I think is a little strong. Though I respect those opinions. I just my opinion being that it's a little early to do that. Pump your brakes and wait a little longer. Wait at least a full month to give him an F grade on this return. Then again, I was the same way and hyped and looking forward to Shelton Benjamin when Shelton Benjamin came back to WWE, and that return hasn't been as great as I thought it would be. But in regards to Bobby Lashley, for those that do give it an F grade already, say give it more time, have him at least have a first pay per view match, at the very least, and then judge accordingly from there. But not after 2 weeks.
it honestly, man, I'm not looking. I'm not gonna be like Bobby Lashley is like, yeah, put him in the main event instantly. I just when he returned, I didn't get those vibes like, like the division's about to get real. It was just like, oh shit, Bobby Lashley's here. Yeah, cool. I didn't get those vibes like I got the first time I saw Bobby Lashley. And to piggyback off what you said, Kyron, I personally did not think Bobby Lashley was bland when he was on there. I did not think he was bland. Honestly, you give me that look like you about to say something. So
I'm not even really gonna say anything. I mean, I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna rile a lot of people, but I really don't care. When he was first in the company, he makes Roman Reigns' mic skills look good. That's all I'm gonna say.
But that's the thing though. Everybody's mic skills when they first get in there is not good. Roman Reigns has been in the territory in WWE period since FCW was FCW.
Yes.
That's quite a while. Bobby Lashley to me is a little different, bro. I can't be like, yeah, no, Bobby Lashley was trash. I thought his wrestling backed up his mic skills.
But at what point, like for example, I'm okay with some wrestlers. You know, you're not. I don't need every wrestler to be the strongest person on the mic for me to like you. But none of his matches really wowed me. Not saying it's bad. For example, I love this match. I like this match with seeing at Great American Bash. He had a few good matches from time to time, but nothing wowed me.
He was big, he was scary looking, and he was strong.
That doesn't mean anything.
Vince McMahon like sweaty men, so I guess something does mean something. Dude,
it's the same reason why people didn't like Braun Strowman at first.
Why would you say that?
Mark, when Braun, all right, look from the time Braun debuted as part of the Wyatt family, to when the brand split, like when the brand split started, and then look at how Braun was from when the brand split started to now. You're gonna see a completely different wrestler.
100%, I agree, because it's a different character.
Not just no, its surface is nuts. Just a guy likes destruction. The difference is Braun improved in the ring. Like when he first came, I mean, people were yelling he can't wrestle. People didn't like him. I mean, JD put him on a "Get Off My TV" shirt. Now he was the MVP of the last year, and he's one of the most loved guys in WWE. Heck, he even pulls like comedy very well at the time. So, but at the time, yeah, I didn't like Braun Strowman, and no one really did. A lot of people did not like Braun Strowman when he first came to WWE. Now, Braun Strowman is living proof that no matter how bad you can start off or how bad your booking is, you can bounce back from it by becoming one of the top wrestlers in the company. But go ahead, I know what you said. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead, say it.
No, you know exactly what I'm about to say. You know exactly. So you literally just said everything that I'm going to say about Jinder Mahal.
Here's the difference, Mark. Jinder showed me no improvement.
No improvement at all?
And then I'll be fair. He showed a little bit of improvement. But the improvement Braun showed, and plus Jinder was with the company first. Then went to the company, had a chance to improve more, got released and came back the same guy, showed a little bit of improvement. Braun was pushed too far too soon, like Jinder. But the difference is Braun did get better. You ask almost most people, if Braun got better from when he first started, they'll say yes. You ask people if Jinder got that much better from when he first started his reign, they'll say no. I mean, you two and a few other people will because you're Jinder Mahal fans. But if you look at someone who's either done like Jinder Mahal or unbiased, they'll agree with me.
So what do you think about the Jeff Hardy match then? Jeff Hardy Jinder Mahal match. You thought that was trash?
I didn't get to see the match because of the fact that I was coming back from the viewing, so I didn't get the chance to see the match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I heard it was good. If I get the chance, I'll watch it.
I thought it was good, bro. I mean, Jinder Mahal lost the belt. I'm cool with that though. I thought he did pretty well. He looked more aggressive than he did when he was champion, which looks like he's getting a little bit more comfortable in the ring, which means he might just be getting a little bit better. Just a little.
Mark, if he was not comfortable, then why in the world would they put the Davey strap on him and have him hold it for nearly 6 months?
When I said comfortable, I meant he's getting more and more comfortable. It's obviously a reasoning behind him getting the title, bro. It's an obvious reason that nobody but Vince McMahon and that team of people with suits and stuff on knows about.
I already told you the obvious reason why he got the title, Mark. It was the increased viewership from India for the Indian tour, which failed because they relegated to one show. So the main reason he was champion didn't work.
They still didn't drop it off.
They did. Mark, the tour was supposed to be in December. The tour was supposed to be in December, Mark. He dropped the title right for Survivor Series. So yes, they did take the title off for a month and failed. And put it on Avery. See, you might not have known that, did you, Mark?
I did know that, actually. I did. You see, you think I don't know nothing. That's something I know about you. You think I'm completely biased and just irrelevant to everything that goes on. outside of the fact that it's AJ, that's a good guy. I like him. Ooh, yeah, AJ Styles.
I never said that, Mark. I mean, you don't know like as much as
It's
I do, but
blasphemy, bro. Like Stephen A. Smith said, that's blasphemy.
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't say you didn't. I didn't say you didn't know anything, Mark. I don't think you know as much as I do, but that's because I watch a lot more podcasts and YouTubers than you do. But
big facts. I agree. I do not watch anybody like
that. But I mean, like I said before, and here's the thing: you guys might not get. I want to like Jinder Mahal. I would like to say, oh, I want to, because I don't, like I said before, I don't want to see anyone fail. When he won a title, remember when he first won a title? I told you. Remember what I said? I said I hope he succeeds. But I'm not gonna give him a pass if I feel he didn't. That's just how I am. I'm gonna be as fair as I possibly can be.
Right. That's fine. It's just surprising to me, at least to me, of how it seems you're a little bit blind and not seeing of the equal paths of their careers of Jinder Mahal and Cien Almas and some other superstars, Braun Strowman as well. And how I know we're both on the different sides. Me and Mark saying that he did improve, and just the same as Braun Strowman did, and Braun Strowman's situation being what his was, and Jinder Mahal's being different. And as for Jinder Mahal winning the championship and the India stuff, yeah, I agree with you, Kyron, that it's part of it. But for me, I say it's part of it, not the number one only reason he won the WWE championship. To me, I think the other reason that he was given the WWE championship by the brass of WWE was also to reward him and how he had improved at that point to that point. And the timing to them was the perfect time to put the title on Mahal. Part of it was the surprise and shock and get that reaction at that Backlash event last year. But the other part of it was their realistic, forward-thinking booking on seeing how they saw him as a WWE champion and thought that he would do well at it. And then from there, obviously, difference of opinion and how we saw his title reign go from there.
Like I said before, I just like Muhammad Hassan, but granted, that was a completely different situation, which I'm not going to get into. I do feel a little sorry for him of the fact that he was pushed into a position a little bit too soon. Like I said, if they had built him up a little bit better, I think it could have worked. And that's why I do feel like, wow, I mean, they did kind of push him too far too soon. But at the same time, like I said, I gotta be critical on what I see. Now, I did feel a little sorry for him in the fact that how they handled the way of giving too much too soon. And I can't say, oh, you should have been completely ready, because he wasn't. And I gave him a little bit of leeway, but after a few months and you had I felt like you was having the same match, you cut the same promo. I got upset about it. That's just how I felt. I mean, if you guys like him, no problem there. I'm just saying I don't.
No, right, no, and I respect that. My question though to you is, for him now being on the Raw brand, if they actually book him in the way that you thought he should have been booked on SmackDown Live with winning mid-card titles to then get to world title, would you be as pissed or shocked if he wins the Universal title in the distant future if he is built up in that way, wins the IC strap first?
Well, even then, yeah, I think if they build him like up through the mid-card and I see legitimate improvement and he takes the IC title from Balor, and let's say he holds it for a while and improves constantly, I'd be okay with seeing him hold the Universal title as long as he doesn't win from Lesnar. But sure, I mean, if he shows me improvement, I won't complain. I won't be upset.
Sure. It's like, nah, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you.
You know me as a fair and try to be fair and unbiased as possible.
Right.
So if you think if anybody in the Raw roster who would be worthy of winning the Universal Champion, but Jinder Mahal will be the one to take it from him, who do you think that person would be?
Well, right now, I don't see any legitimate contenders for the Universal title not named Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. And I don't see Jinder beating either one of them. So right now, I don't know because, I know they're going to have Lesnar drop the title to Reigns in Saudi Arabia because they want to get that reaction right.
Right. I'd be shocked if that didn't happen.
I mean, as bad as I thought the WrestleMania main event was, you guys, and as much as I was nearly falling asleep on it, you can ask my brother when he won. That was the only thing that woke me up. It wasn't Roman kick out in the 5F5s. It wasn't Roman getting legit opened up by Lesnar. It's the fact that when Lesnar hit the 6F5 and the ref said 3, I legit said, "Oh my God, he actually won." So that I was a little shocked there, and I really want the match to be good because see, I don't like I said before, I don't want to see anyone fail, and knowing the fact that they'll be setting us up for Roman, and contrary to popular belief, I don't hate Roman Reigns. I don't even dislike Roman Reigns, but and I do like I feel a little sorry for him. I feel a little sorry for him, and Brock, I feel like is boring because I'm sick of the same, pretty much same thing he does at suplex F5. Is that's gotten worse. And the fact that we're having this match again and it's a steel cage, I'm not really excited for that match. I mean, I really don't care about the Greatest Royal Rumble in all honesty. I don't. Mm-hmm. But who knows? They say those with low expectations are never disappointed. Well, except for WrestleMania 32, but that's beyond the point.
Right, but I think for me, for the Raw division, for the Universal title picture, I think the other big players are the ones that I think could be taking the title, at least out for Roman. After Roman takes it off Brock, whenever that to be, is Finn Balor and the newcomer, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens coming over from SmackDown Live along with Sami Zayn. So, yeah, Sami Zayn is being booked up himself. Maybe he being the only contender. I mean, people have been clamoring for an Owens-Zayn match. Maybe in the future pay-per-view, not just a SummerSlam, but at a future pay-per-view, you have Owens versus Zayn for the Universal title, that match. But either way, I think for now, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Kevin Owens being top contenders for the Universal Championship, to me.
You gotta get ready for Life at the Brock Lesnar because we know win or lose or draw at Greatest Royal Rumble, he's gonna be gone for a few months. So if he does win, I think it's time you gotta elevate the IC title to be like a title worth main eventing for because Joe's gone. So I think it's pretty obvious when Roman's gonna beat him at Backlash with Joe leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, man, seeing this from like a fan's perspective, it will be kind of normal to see wrestling without Lesnar. And honestly, I think it would be better in a sense that more people will be able to get that belt. Because you look at Brock, and they're building Brock up like this guy who is just literally unstoppable. And I'm gonna agree with you, Kyron. You watch Brock matches, and it's like it kind of gets repetitive. It's the same stuff over and over again. You literally get suplex after suplex after suplex. And I'm cool with it, but you keep doing it, it kind of gets annoying. And I'm not like really picky and stuff like that, but I just noticed it a lot. Like I was rewatching 34 Reigns versus Lesnar. Literally all he did was suplex him. Literally the whole time, all he did was suplex him, gave him a couple of jabs, punches, did something else. But 90% of his arsenal was suplexes. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was dozing off and I was falling asleep, even watching it again.
Mark, I like to did I call that? I said that they were going to suffer and put that on last because that's all we were going to get. I said it, and I was 100% right.
It's like, I know Brock. I know he has more in that suitcase than just a whole bunch of suplexes. So, it was kind of sad, and I'm agreeing with you in regards to Roman Reigns. I'm going to say it. I will publicly say it. I probably said in my videos I hate Roman Reigns. I don't hate Roman Reigns, but I just hate how they put him in this such an awkward position. Like, I don't want to see him shoved in our face like Cena. Like Cena was at one point, and this is how I felt like today, like looking back at it, he was so shoved to us, like it was kind of annoying. And no, I don't want to see that happen that way. I don't hate Roman, but I don't love him. It's more like I'm right smack dead in the middle. It's like a gray area for me and him. It's like I respect the dude. It's just I hate how he's getting shown. Yeah, booked.
Now go ahead, finish.
And I'm just gonna say, like, I agree with you when you said it's like all about the booking with him. It's like if he was booked correctly, I'd probably have a Roman Reigns shirt right now, bro. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it straight up. But it's just like how he was booked. It's like, God damn, man, how many times I'm gonna see you? He comes out every week. Just like Cena at one point, like 2009, between like 2009, 10-ish to 2011. I think it was the time where I was just like, with Cena, I was just like, God, I'm getting kind of sick of this. Like, I need somebody else to be on the main event, beating up John Cena. Like, shout out. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Kyra?
I was gonna say, and a lot of people pointed this out. I think OTR Central said too. Reigns is worse than Cena, and here's why. One, Cena, even at the height of how much WWE pushed him, never main evented 4 straight WrestleMania. It's number one. He only got 3 in a row, and even then, one of them was just an advertisement for the next year. 2, WWE never pulled punches with Cena. If they were gonna put the title on him, they put the title on him. With Cena, for example. Even at WrestleMania 29 with him and The Rock, they put the title on Cena even though they knew a lot of people weren't going to like it. They still went through with it. But with Reigns, they look cowardly because they want to push this narrative of him being liked so much that they take the match over to another side of the world just to get him cheered. And that's why I say, wow, even as bad as they pushed Cena, they never did this because they at least went through with it.
Yeah, it's with Roman. It's like I said, it's poor booking, man. Like they're on. That's what I said. Like I said earlier, they are forcing us. Like Roman, bro. It's crazy, man. It's to the point where what's up? What's going on, Malik? It's getting to the point, bro, where it's like irritating, bro. It's irritating as hell, and it's making me mad, man. So
we are talking about so I can be updated.
We talking about Roman, how he getting booked, bro.
Oh man, can we talk about something else, man? We all know how it is, bro.
Hey, because we was talking about something else, and then we got to this subject.
I mean, I think we all have our own opinions about how we feel about it. To be honest, at this point, I mean, we don't like how he gets booked, but I mean, they're not gonna stop booking him the way they are. So,
big facts.
I mean, if you really think about it, it's really how it is. Like, if you really think about it, like, he's just gonna be the guy, like, regardless, really. To being honest.
But yeah, we like I said earlier, it's this week like we was talking earlier, Malik. It's been kind of weird. It's kind of nothing really went on. So there's not much really go at and talk about. So anything y'all want to put on the table? Like, tell me what's up.
I'm good.
I mean, ain't nothing really happening right now for real. Ain't nothing really like major since WrestleMania just passed.
It's been nothing serious that went on to be like, oh shoot, we gotta talk about it. Which has been kind of fun.
You're out of shape.
You got anything you want to put on the table, Steve?
Yeah,
one thing I do want to bring up is how the intriguing thing with the shakeup and the superstars heading to the other brands. The Intercontinental Championship and the U.S. Championship still somewhat up in the air of which brand it actually is going to be because of the matches we have set up for Greatest Royal Rumble event this Friday in the WWE Network, along with Backlash the next upcoming Friday from that point, or next coming Sunday from that point. The U.S. title and IC title still could be on others' brand, meaning the U.S. title could actually come to Monday Night Raw like it originally did with Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal could win it back in his rematch. You also have the Intercontinental Championship match. You have a Fatal 4-Way ladder match at Greatest Royal Rumble. 2 Raw stars, 2 SmackDown stars. Then you have, I think, another match not yet announced, but I think it's going to be happening for Backlash. So that's something I wanted to bring to the table. Just the intriguing part of still the unknown, still waiting. The WWE Universe having to wait until after Backlash for the dust to settle, at least for championship-wise. Superstar-wise, that happened last week, but championship-wise, which championships are actually going to be on which brand. So I certainly actually, at least to me, individually, am intrigued by that, and it makes me want to see these events, Greatest Royal Rumble and Backlash, to find out where the championships are going to be going.
That's what's up. So where you think you're gonna be going there?
I think that both the IC and US House will stay on their respective brands because with the IC championship, I think with Seth as champion, you can get some good feuds out of that. But with the US title, with Jeff, here's one thing I expect them to do. I think they'll actually. This is the perfect chance to turn Randy Orton heel, and Randy technically is no one contender. So you turn Randy heel and do Jeff versus Randy at Backlash, and that'd be a very good match. Plus, and I think they kind of planted the seed for. You see, Jeff kind of interrupted Randy on Tuesday. And you look at Randy's face when Jeff came out like, why am I being interrupted like this? I think it's a good catalyst for at least starting something.
Okay. Honestly, from being real in regards to Jeff, I wasn't expecting him to come to SmackDown. I thought he was going to stay there and probably continue to feud with Jinder. But looking at it now, it's I'm kind of happy he did, bro, because it adds more star power to a quote unquote B show SmackDown. And now that Jeff has the belt and he's on SmackDown, I think it's an obvious solo run. I think now that Bray and Wyatt family, Bray and Broken Hardy like together, it's kind of like Bray's like taking the place of Jeff, and now I think we could see like that vintage Jeff Hardy when he won like the WWE Championship at that one point.
Well, you gotta take into account that WWE always valued Jeff more than Matt. I mean, even though Matt went when they were gone, Matt made us something more popular of the two. They always valued Jeff over Matt. You know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, while I would have loved to see Jeff do Brother Nero, I think that, having Jeff go to SmackDown, do his own thing works. And put him on SmackDown was a smart thing because it's going to seem weird for Jeff to be on Raw and Matt be doing Broken Matt and not having him do Brother Nero. So you move Jeff over to SmackDown, have Matt do the Broken gimmick with Bray, which I think is great for Bray because at least gives him something interesting to do. And who knows, we might actually start winning some pay-per-view matches. So you got Jeff doing so you can have Jeff doing his stick on SmackDown, which works because Jeff is naturally over, and you have Matt do the broken gimmick. I think that's a smart idea, having them apart because Matt has a tag team partner, which works, and Jeff can do his own thing. No one loses here.
I don't know. I mean, considering I feel like
just turned it on
with Broken Matt Hardy, whatever the case.
Say? Oh, okay.
You say with Broken Matt Hardy, whatever the case is, it's like they still got so much they could do with him, but like the momentum's kind of like dead. Because like originally, like last year when he first came back, everybody was just doing like the delete stuff, and then like now they're still doing it, but it's like he can't get that natural push like he did at first because it's like, oh well, he's whatever the fuck this is, like Broken Matt Hardy. So I don't know. It's so iffy with me. I feel like there's so much they can still do with. I guess we could say Broken Brother Nero and Broken Matt Hardy. I would love to see the three of them together. Honestly, we could pull some final deletion stuff up in like TNA vintage type of deal, and we could see Brother Nero legit. We could see King Maxwell. I feel like there's so much you can do with it, but I got a feeling they're not going to do anything with it. Like
I think they're going to do some stuff with Matt and Bray. And what else was I say? And I'll be honest, a part of me did want to see Jeff be part of the group with him, but I don't think that really works as a 3-man group. But I will give it this. That backstage segment with those three, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, one of the funniest things I ever saw.
Yeah, it's just true. I still like it to this day. Like when that's like the look they gave Broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, or actually Jeff Hardy.
Like what the hell are you talking about?
It was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this was funny. But yeah. So this week, WWE has been cool. Last week was cool. It was after Mania. Let's see something else. Let's see what is. We've pretty much ran through WWE, and we still got a ton of time left. Let's talk about something other than WWE. What do you got up here? Like other than professional wrestling, what's going on?
What other sports y'all like?
Yeah,
wait. Let's talk about the playoffs.
You got the NBA Finals going on.
Not
finals, but playoffs.
You got a game on right now.
What's the score?
The Cavs in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
What's the score?
73-68 Cleveland.
Okay.
Come on, Pacers, let's go.
Honestly, the Cavs disgusted me the other night. The fact that
fuck LeBron, bro.
You need to stop that hatred.
Pacers gonna get that done.
I hope he loses first round, bro. I hope he loses the first round. I'm gonna be happy. I'm tired of him seeing in the finals, bro.
I'm ready for
see new teams in the finals this year.
And I'm ready for parity in the East.
I hope the Rockets and the Sixers go this year. That's what I want to see.
I would like to see the Sixers go, bro. If I'm being honest with you.
The only reason I want to see LeBron go because he goes every year. Like he just goes every year. How many times he gonna go and lose? Come on, man. It's gonna turn.
That's the only reason why.
And
that's the only reason why I don't want the Cavaliers to go to the finals this year. Because I'm sick. Because as bad as this team is, I do not want to see LeBron go to another finals and have him lose because his team doesn't know how to play.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. Indiana's gonna beat them, and then the Sixers going to the finals, bro.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if the Sixers will go for real. I think Toronto, they slept on for real. They actually, if they can beat the Wizards though, because they got lost today. So
I don't know about that because I mean, I'll be honest. I told my friend this about the playoffs for Cleveland. I was more scared of the Pacers than of Toronto. Why is that? Because the Pacers are not scared of the Cavaliers. Toronto, I think they fear LeBron James because whenever they play against him, they always underperform.
Drop a game.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
Yeah.
No. Kyron's right, bro. He is right, though. He's right about that.
I mean, DeMar DeRozan said last year that they got swept by the Cavs. The reason we lost because we don't have LeBron. I mean, that alone tells me you don't have the mental capacity to beat them when you're pretty much saying we can't beat them because we don't have their best player.
Yeah, you already lost that series when you said that, yeah, or thought that, and you put that in your mind. And heading into series against LeBron James, you're not going to have a good chance. But I do say here, and I'll kind of make this bold statement that if the Pacers do eliminate the Cleveland Cavaliers here in round one, LeBron James is going to leave, and he's going to the 76ers next year.
He's leaving Charlotte. He's not staying there, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely
not. I actually said that if he could go to Philly, though, that would be nice, though, for real. That would be nice. Him and Ben Simmons, bro, that would be live.
Yo, I heard he was going to Houston, bro.
Honestly, as long as he doesn't go to Golden State as long as he doesn't go to Golden State or a team that beats them, I really don't care where he goes.
I heard about Houston too, but I don't really think Houston really needs him for real. They nice just without him. They're just as good.
Yo, imagine if they had him, bro. They're going to the finals every year, bro.
Here's why I think Houston might need him. Let's say LeBron doesn't get eliminated before the finals, and Houston loses in 7 to the Warriors, barely in 7. They might need that one extra piece to get him over the hump. And whatever piece to do it than LeBron James himself.
Yeah, but
I still, in regards to the Rockets, if that's the case, LeBron goes to the Rockets, I'm not watching basketball. I put that on everything.
Well, that's not a bad move.
All right then.
That's not a bad move though if he goes to the Rockets.
Yeah, but that's just championship, and even right now, because I
you
can
just
tell
mad because they
go
go the Warriors.
about to say,
but it's okay for Kevin Durant to go to the Warriors, but LeBron can't go to the Rockets.
Yeah,
bro,
you just gonna be.
Hey.
Now let me explain to you. I agree exactly what you're coming from, Kyron. But LeBron is LeBron. That's a whole team right there in one body.
Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, though. Kevin Durant's the top 3 player in the NBA.
LeBron is number 1.
But LeBron number 1, Durant's number 2.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Kevin Durant. That's fine what he did because that is kind of cruddy. Like you go to a team that did just beat you. Like I get it, but at the same time, people want to win. So if LeBron does go to the Rockets, I can see what he wants to do. He wants to win, but at the same time, that's the cheat code in the NBA. And I'm not watching the cheat code like the Golden State Warriors right now. Go and run through the division and run through the finals like 5 straight years.
But you watched Golden State last year go to the playoffs and lose.
That's what I just said. I was like, they're going to be like Golden State right now. They're going to be nasty.
You never know though, bro. People got egos and stuff. Like you saw how the Cavs was earlier this year, bro. They traded like half their team.
They had to though. I mean, they were garbage.
As I said, you never know. LeBron could go there, bro, and then people might have egos and stuff. Like people might that's how people are in basketball. You know what I'm saying? People have a lot of egos, big egos and stuff. Yeah. People might want to take the back seat because it's James Harden's team. If LeBron comes, that's going to basically be his team. So James Harden might want to be like, hey, bro, like I ain't trying to give up my spot to you. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to give up that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why I think.
Go ahead, Steve.
I was just gonna say that's why I think the Philadelphia 76ers is the perfect spot for LeBron James, a young, hungry team like that with especially Joel Embiid as a centerpiece of the young team overall. And then you have LeBron James coming in as the veteran, as the king, And them not having an issue with him taking over the team, him being the number one because he's LeBron James, than he would in other areas and other towns and other teams. So I think the 76ers, to me, is the best option. And to be quite honest, I'd be kind of surprised if he goes anywhere else but Philadelphia.
Honestly, I could definitely see Philadelphia dethroning Cleveland this year in the playoffs. And here's why. And Don 2K said this perfectly. As someone, since I've been a diehard NBA fan, I can't fathom what a finals without LeBron looks like because I've never seen one without him in it.
Already going that way, so.
And here's what I think. Every year, LeBron had at least some sidekick, like a Kyrie Irving or Dwayne Wade, that can create their own offense. He doesn't have that this year. And I think that Philadelphia is a young, hungry team that can beat LeBron James and a bunch of role players. I mean, my heart is still with LeBron, but my brain says that if they meet Philadelphia in the Eastern Conference Finals, they're not going to win.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget the other team that's been rumored for LeBron James services, and that being the LA Lakers. I mean, I do say Philadelphia's number one, but don't forget about LA and them are getting him going there.
If Paul George goes there, then LeBron will go there.
Bro, we getting Paul George for sure, bro. He ain't staying in OKC. Yeah. Bro, they might not even beat Utah in the playoffs.
I mean, I did say Thunder in 6, so I think they can still win this series, but they better win their next game.
I'm just happy my Bucks tied up the series.
But you got to think though, if they win the series, but they got to play Houston there, but they're about to get smashed against Houston. Houston's gonna smash OKC. I'm sorry.
I mean, who knows? It could be a good series. I think if Andre Roberson was there, they could definitely take Houston because they would have the defense.
Houston's really nice, bro. Houston's really nice. Honestly, I really hope they beat Golden State. Not because I dislike Golden State. I just want to see new teams in the finals.
I don't like Golden State, so I really hope.
And I want to see Chris Paul get a ring, bro. I like Chris Paul.
I really want to see Chris Paul get a ring, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think I already think Chris Paul's a top already a top 10 point guard of all time. But if he gets a ring, that was solidified.
Yeah, he needs a championship, bro. I hope he gets a championship. I really do.
He's so aggressive. Like this
could be his year. This could be his year.
He's never even played in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, this could be his year, man. I hope they get it done, but I mean, you never know, bro. You can't sleep on going because they ain't even got Curry back, bro. When they get Curry back, bro, it's gonna be even worse.
Exactly.
And I'm over here sitting in.
Curry coming back next round, bro. When he come back, bro, they about to, man.
I heard he might not come back next round.
No, they've already said the coach already said that he's coming back next round. They said they didn't out this round, keep him back for next round. Like he wanted to play this round, but the coach said no because they're really really need him the first round. But next round they probably need him more because next round they'll have to play who would they play next round? New Orleans next round.
Pelicans.
Hey, the Pelicans is looking nice in the play. I'm sorry. Rondo was looking hit, bro. Rondo looked like 08 Rondo from the Celtics.
Yeah, Boston Celtics.
A whole new person.
I called New Orleans winning the series. I'm the only one that did.
I call New Orleans winning it, but I didn't see them winning it in this way in a sweep. That's for sure.
Yeah, me neither. I said 6.
Portland is just struggling, man.
Nah, I said they was gonna beat them, but I wish. Imagine if they still had Boogie Cousins though, bro. They would have
been nasty.
They would definitely be title contenders for sure. If that was the case.
I agree.
Especially the way they're playing, bro. They played really good in the first round.
If they had Cousins and Steph didn't play in the next round, they would beat the Warriors.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can agree with that one. No.
With Cousins and no Steph?
They have a good shot.
I don't know, bro. They still got KD. They still got pieces, bro.
But the Warriors can't guard the post.
They have, but they don't really have to, though. They can't. You can't guard the 3-point line when you guard the period, bro. They got all 3-point shooters. They don't have the best big man, but they're 3-point, bro. Everybody on the team can shoot 3 damn near, except for the centers. Basically, except for 2 people.
Is that a new person now?
No, it's all the same people. What? Especially everybody can shoot on the team except for the centers. But if you really think about it, like everybody can shoot on the team. But that nigga Klay Thompson shoot anywhere. Kevin Durant got unlimited range. Steph Curry got unlimited range for real.
Dude can shoot from like the half court and still make it, bro. Like that's something different, bro.
If you think about it, Me and my stepdad was talking about this the other day, bro. He said Steph Curry has changed the game, bro. Because he changed the game just for the 3-point. Like now everybody wants to shoot threes like him, bro. You got people that are over 7 foot shooting the 3-point now because of this nigga. Because everybody feels like. I mean, it's not like a bad. He didn't change it in a bad way. Like that's part of his game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But because he has so much unlimited range, he changed the game so much that everybody's shooting threes now. You have big men shooting threes. You have people stretching out the floor shooting threes. You have people shooting half court shots. People can shoot half court shots now, and not even get yelled at. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a normal shot basically.
That is true, bro. 3-point line is like the new free throw to some people now. Because it just like they look at Curry and it's like, dang, he just does it so easy. Let me try it.
What are you doing?
And now everybody's sitting here like, 7-footers shooting threes. Joel Embiid, isn't he like 7 foot? He's knocking down threes. It's
right.
I agree with you, bro. Like 100%.
Yeah, Steph Curry changed the game a lot, but if we had to pick, everybody pick one team to win this year. I'm still gonna pick Golden State. I had to pick Golden State.
Yeah, I got.
Obvious.
Yeah, Golden State Warriors.
I don't want them to, but I think if they're healthy, they're gonna probably win it again.
And me here in Wisconsin just would be pleasantly surprised, or obviously happy if the Bucks came out of the series and beat the Celtics. That'd be nice.
I wouldn't be surprised because they ain't got no Kyrie Irving now, bro. Without Kyrie,
the Bucks should take advantage of the fact that Kyrie's not there.
Next year, I'm scared because Gordon Hayward's coming back and Kyrie Irving is going to be back. That is going to be scary.
All right, get one.
They're going to be nice. Gordon Hayward is a dog. Kyrie Irving is a dog. Those two together, and you got a progressing Jason Tatum. You still have Al Horford. They're nice. Jaylen Brown. They are going to be nice.
Bro, they got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Greg Monroe. They have a really nice team, bro.
That's the team I'm interested to see next year. Because that's what everyone was expecting. They were expecting to see those guys go at it with like other teams and LeBron and stuff like that and Steph and the Warriors. But then injuries came about and it's
the injuries came about, bro. It just messed everything. Messed everything up.
Next year is going to be different, man. It is going to be crazy. All right, guys. I'm gonna cut this podcast off so we can keep talking off air. But I'm just gonna end it off right here. You already know what the deal is. I'm gonna tell you guys. Make sure you let everybody know where they can find you and stuff like that. You can tell them,
Kyron. Follow me on Instagram /_Kyron, Twitter /Kyron, DVR and Tumblr Kyron Chase. And my YouTube account Kyron Chase. I do videos on wrestling, Sonic the Hedgehog, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Steve, something where they can find you, bro.
You can follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. Also, can find me also on Twitter on the personal handle at Army_strong_06. Find out all my content on YouTube, youtube.com/user/complete08 Sports Talk Network. There, where I have the Ramble. And also have my second channel, Animated Awesomeness, where I talk Star Versus, The Force of Evil, and My Little Pony Princess Magic over there. So you can check me out there. Subscribe, ring the bell, and all that jazz.
Okay. Without further ado, looks like my guy Malik is busy, so I'm gonna tell him where you can find him. Of course, his Instagram is Malik Kelly 94. His YouTube channel is Narcolepsy Boy 94. I will put the channel link in the description for all three of these guys, so that's just an easier way to find them. And from there, I'm sure they got their social medias looked on, hacked on, connected onto there. And without further ado, I'll see you guys next Saturday. I know this is odd because it's on a Sunday, which does not make sense. But
whoa! Hold the phone. We do this on the weekend, right? So Saturday next week or Sunday. The Greatest Royal Rumble event is on Friday, right? The day before. Mark, I just wanted to ask before we cut it off. Did you want to do predictions for this show, or we're just not gonna do that?
Nah, no. I think we're good.
Okay, just wanted to ask.
Greatest Royal Rumble is a little different,
True.
It's a little different. I'm not gonna put all that on there. But yes, yeah. That's actually a good thing. I didn't think about that. But yeah, for sure. So I'll see you guys next Saturday, not Sunday. Not doing Sunday again. It's just like hectic stuff going on. Yesterday was just too much for me to do the podcast at the time. Without further ado, see you guys later for episode 12.